Nigeria's Q2 GDP numbers came in lower than consensus expectations. The sectors that contracted include manufacturing, trade and real estate, while the agricultural sector slowed. Now let's talk to one of the research analysts at the financial derivatives company, Fumi Adebowale, about the impact of this on the domestic commodities market. It's good to see you, Fumi.
Thank you.
So with the Q2 GDP numbers coming in lower than expectations, what are the prospects of the domestic commodities in this context?
Yes, the Q2 GDP growth numbers released this morning came in lower at about 1.94% from 2.1% last quarter. So this is actually below what the market expected. You know, in May, the MPC cut the MPR by about 50 basis points, and that was expected to boost production and spot growth, but the reverse was the case. So this suggests that it's either the cut in MPR is not significant enough to spot growth, or there's a transmission lag between when the cut was in May and when the impact will be felt. Then when we look at the report, a further breakdown shows that the interest rate sensitive sectors and employment elastic sectors contracted. We have the manufacturing sector and trade contract, while the agri sector slow. So the contraction in the manufacturing sector, you know, correspond with what we saw in the Q2 PMI numbers, which slowed in the first 2 months in the quarter before contracting to 49.9 in June. Then for agri, Q2 is usually the planting season, and that usually reduces outputs and put pressure on prices. So in the next couple of months, we expect the trend of domestic prices to be determined by factors such as the harvest season, which will definitely boost output and reduce price. However, there are inflation-threatening factors such as the increase in the forest restriction for imports and the closure of the border, which will result in scarcity of some commodities such as rice and turkey, and that will limit the impact of the harvest season.
And for me now, last month, the government announced the forex restriction for general food imports, dairy products, and close parts of the border, just as you mentioned now. What's the impact of this on commodity prices, especially turkey, as the Christmas season approaches? Please do that in 30 seconds.
Yes, we saw that part of the Nigerian border was closed as a means of reducing smuggling, and that has resulted in the spike of price of commodities such as rice and turkey. So as Christmas period approaches, we expect demand for turkey to increase. So given the reduction in outputs, then we expect prices to spike, and we've started seeing that now, and we expect that pressure to increase even as the Christmas period approaches.
Thanks, Fumi Adebowale. Fumi Adebowale is a research analyst at the financial derivatives company.